fish for the whole nation. She got no coffee on quotation. The battle brought in the inflation. Bring on all this confusion. But the government take our award. Yesterday, no, our boats are my sword. 3 die and go to the god. Don't be now, why I would on the award. NMFN, nonsense stability. Warlock, storage facility. Yes, incompatibility. I came in about the 1 way, and the bucket. Then they call me Fisherman. Fisherman, Fisherman. International Fisherman. Fisherman, Fisherman. Then they call me Fisherman. Fisherman, Fisherman. International Fisherman. Fisherman, Fisherman.
Coastal lagoons are of great importance to life as they support fisheries productivity, tourism, storm protection, and others. However, most lagoons in Ghana are facing a number of serious environmental and ecological challenges caused by human activities. The Sango Lagoon in Teshie used to be a source of fish and other aquatic species for fishermen in the area. The lagoon, which empties itself into the sea at the Teshie Sangona beach, is now heavily polluted with plastic waste, human and other solid waste. It is choked with sand and causes flooding whenever it rains. The acting director of petroleum at EPA, Kojo Agbeno Efunam, is worried a pollution problem is plaguing most coastal lagoons in the country.
Anytime you go to any of the major cities that you find in the world, the major cities, you will see that there is a river passing through that city, the capital cities. You can mention, when you go to Europe, you can mention any of them. As if God designed it that way, that major cities should be built around rivers. You see all those rivers, they are so clean. You can take water from them with your hand. They use it for water transport so that you don't have so much congestion also on the road. So there is ferry, there are boats that are crisscrossing. Yeah. You go to Paris, you see it. You go to Germany, you see it. You go to London, you see it. All those European major cities, you see it. Come down to us over here, particularly in the West Africa sub-region. Accra, we have it. We have our Thames, which naturally flows through Ole Lagoon and then enter the sea. What have we done to it? So that is what I mean by there is more to be done. There is no stream that we have now that we either think we need to fill the banks to have our buildings there, or we want to use it as a means of getting our waste away from our homes. So all the time we take our waste, the closest water body, we put the waste in it.
Including the drains that we have.
Including the drains that we have. And even if you put it into the drains, every drain ought to lead into a water body. So once you put something into your drain, you are asking it to go into a particular water body. So slowly, we are killing all the water bodies that we have. And every water body that you have, its final destination is the sea. And that is why if you go to the beaches, you see a lot of waste.
The Sango beach is surrounded by mounds of filth caused by mostly indiscriminate dumping of refuse into water bodies connected to the Sango Lagoon. According to fishermen in Teshie, this is negatively affecting their fishing activities. For many months, they have been appealing to the Lejekuku Municipal Assembly to come to their aid. However, the situation remains the same. Kokweboni biene efe te o nani biten.
Ebe ingbe no nakankura ebefo kura nini sanya fe biene we biene obi ka machuni ye nsho na agbena ape ame no ka machu gwete gbejo no ame panu chumo ga meti ame ba don
no chumo ni ji akeshi ame lo
sa nsho na ka me sa nsho na ni sanya ape ame no ka meti gwete ko na me bia me nyomo na ame ga machu ni don ga dwe ga ni bie ko nsho na fe chikejwe ni be ingbe no o sani mambia kwa bi no ba fi kuna akesa eke ehi mepi bansho na namba yolu niko bansho na ni nsho na ewodwe eji ihe gbele ke ha ofin te o sani wo kwa ni wo sa eke ka me ba tun wona no go apia bi eka me na yi wala me kentu.
So what our father is saying is that he comes to buy fish from this side to prepare some soup for him and his family to enjoy. But then looking at the state of the place, it's just bad. It's in a deplorable state. It is not hygienic. According to him, there are people who are actually taxed to come and clear up the place. But unfortunately, when it comes to payments, they are not paid on time, and that is why they have this condition here. So he's actually hoping and calling on authorities to do something about this situation. Okay. No naje enyangi obute fi obute
ke obani naje enyangi mopi roba ko ma fi ni fe mi ko na no gegbe esu tale mi fe te be ingbe no sani gobente awawo nu wo ke wo ya wo mi wo fe ka gba pe wo fe wo ke ni ba wa nu wo sa wa wo nu wo sa.
So he's saying that when he comes here, sometimes he feels uncomfortable. Sometimes when you are crossing this small portion, you might end up stepping on a rubber that might contain human waste, and then it would end up destroying the dress that you are wearing. So government should try and do something, and the people around would also help in that regard.
I'm sure me and your phone tell me, my baby don't tell me. Yeah, I'm bigger friend. She no idea what do take away. Can you imagine? Nibi kumene can you nunwali ni ya show me wana nufi lo nu wana ka yoni
okay by na kai kai
e gba wana daga petrol fitoke ya ne wa ka si petrol jela wa no ba petrol ka ba nu na ni ko je nu na wa me ya ke o asha je jine sa no sha ko ana lo ni ba no bo no mo ni esa ni homo aga ni ba no bo ni mo bo ncho me aga sin minu aba wo ni ko te wo nu agmeya ke ko se bola e ke lo e bo ni baba ya me fa yo ko ba de fo enu de fo ko mi ko duma wo ye mu san ba ni ko gba aga da ni ba alaka wo ba asa wo ba fe ni ke wo ba asa ni be fe hu be ni wo yo mi na kan no wo yo mi wo he wo yi wa kan ni ba bi ani ye so no ko agba sin e ko fe won chak wo do ni o amra lo won kala won to kala won qualify e ko yo wa ni bo hi she ka kwa meni ni me kuma ya fi ne ameka ba waje so na awo na me san so na awo bona afi won ko te wu ani won ko na ma me ne kwa me ka me bi ka ma me fi ni no yo mo je ni shi bia ni won dujo etu adega ni wo petu ko yi petu de bi ni san wo ya won wa ya din aga petu ni wo yo e se sun ya aga ko hi sun no hu bola no ba sha ona ni aga ni tun ngo na ni fu ofin boton shomi minu ase kefen babo attention shona e ke ka ba attention shona ga attention shona fe bola mini o aka ambla lo ya ni amba ko aka ba sawo amesa ni na je wo shona bi wo fio shi afio ke jo ma mi ni kan bo ni babo ana na babo ton shop wo mi pa ni fa ya ni mo hin je ni e shafa shi hin ko ma papa fe mo fa ko ni ba ko ni fe ni ko fa wo aga ni onyem ni bi anu no onyem ba ni o fon na no ba na to mi to ba chu wa no ta gen shone no to ba ni chubu age nuni ngbo no na elu ole ke ba e ya sho mi yo wa wi e gba wona ni ishi
no ji o me problem po ni wo face o Teshie land beach ni Teshie Sango na because bo te o yin be ni plastic rubber say kaji e fe na ga nyumbo ni ke fe ya sho mi no back Look at Ula, may I pick up a buffet, regular yaffing, the common Benin, Yapacobi. Jiwalesani, look at the government of Anife, local Nikaji, waste materials, any ban, show me, and Yafa gonna get Sagotana. Calling materials here, Anya Low, Jimmy, you bow, Scapping a guy, Venaba, and Shonawa.
Find any egba low and
no try get low, carry women again. Low, ameba, because low my near time. Ni anyo yaba duame ona ndo joya jinu ni wame fu ade rubber can be ni mi sent everything chemicals can be yem no ga lu nu e pe ko me gbo no ga de me chape lu ba je don no do problem no office no ga government ba ni fe no go awo de ka sa wait material send ba nu e me na ba yebo awo.
For a place to have good meal, drink and have fun, then Ultimate Bar and Restaurant is the place you would not want to miss. We do not serve just delicious local continental foods and refreshing drinks, but we give you a worthy experience that keeps you coming for more. You can also place your orders for all your event needs as well as your breakfast and lunch. We also have a place for games for you to have fun. Check out the soles of your shoe, because on every Friday you will be treated to live band tunes. There's nothing better than the ultimate pleasure. Ultimate Bar and Restaurant. Locate us at First Junction Century Road, Teshie Estate. Delicious foods, refreshing drinks, and the ultimate place of fun.
Afieziwa Style Homes, located in the middle of Tema and Accra and surrounded by Spintex, Sakumono and Nungwa, is a master planned city founded around the pillars of education, health, technology, transport, lifestyle, and outdoor living. By design, Afieziwa Style Homes blend a perfect scenery and sophistication, ensuring an unrivaled lifestyle of comfort and convenience for all who call it home. Strategically located to provide a runway to the heart of business from Tema and Accra, Afieziwa Style Homes represents the next level residential address in Nungwa, offering luxuriously plush apartments for living short stay or long-term lease. For viewing, purchases or inquiries, contact Reginald on 024-464-9540. Afieziwa Style Homes, your home of serenity, comfort, and convenience. Afieziwa Style Homes, your home of lush luxury.
Sand has taken over the area meant for them to tie up their canoes after fishing.
Ni te bode yole tamabona jisi na yue ye wawi ni kaji anye alone ka te kete se o ba fe free ni man bia oni jitaphobia on ba fe free si bode yole ka pressure nu banike e na agbe de babute ishom no e ha fi otwo kan show fen yakdo ni nu ekun se ke amam de ha taphobia problem ni won kaji balen kan ha leleje nu elu leleje fen ka ba gon te energy wo problem no kaji anye alo tamabona wo ton anya lo le wana space on na ba gble fine keke nu flu kati o problem be no ne because any nyingo na nyise no no ko ba na bia na bu ka bobute nya nambo space e da abu no na ka no ka ji ajeketi se ni nungbo ne ba nye tami ni faade ke ba le no always e ka ji nu e ba tafa no leleje fe bo de momo si ne ba nye ya isa.
So if you can see behind me, this is the area under contention, or where the confusion is arising from. If you look over there, that is where the canoes move out to sea and then they also come into sea. You can see some of the waves being formed over there, and their issue is that there is a lot of sand. As you can see where I am standing, all this area is filled with sand and with filth, and then we also have some rocks also packed over here, and they are saying that these rocks should be taken off. These rocks should not be there. We also have another rock that is at the extreme end. They are saying that these rocks should be taken off so that they can move out safely and come in safely without any form of accident. I caught up with the MC for Lejekuku Municipal Assembly, Mordecai Akwashi, as he toured the Teshie Sango beach to inspect ongoing projects at the beach, including the construction of the landing beach site. He says government has made the necessary arrangements to have the lagoon dredged soon.
It's a wonderful job. The project is almost complete, as we've all seen. It's just left a few things for them to conclude it. So I think in that regard, I'm extremely happy to note that the landing beach project has gone so far. It is almost completed. The other issues with the fisherfolk have issues with the flow of water into the sea, and with that one, I think we are all aware that the lagoon and the lagoon structure is silted up, and therefore there's a need to desilt the lagoon and to open up the channels and restore capacity to the channels so that they can discharge water into the sea faster than is happening now. Because the lagoon, or the Sango lagoon, is so heavily silted, when it rains, it is unable to flow into the sea at the speed that we want, and therefore there's a backflow that causes flooding in the town. So and that is why it is on the it's in the budget that we clear this job. We do this job this year. I'm aware, or I've been informed by Hydro, that they are planning to do this in the course of this year, Q4, which is now. And so I'm expecting that sooner or later we will see Hydro here to come and desilt the lagoon, and that will solve a lot of the problems that we have. Because if we desilt the lagoon fully, all these canoes will move inland. So in the event of a tidal wave, they will not suffer as much as they've been suffering now. Because the lagoon itself is so heavily silted, the canoes have all come very, very close to the sea. That is what makes them vulnerable to the damage, in fact injury, and even death in the event of a tidal wave. So this job is a very, very important one for us and for the fisherfolk. And I'm assuring them that by the end of the year, hopefully we'll have resolved this problem. And their vulnerability to injury and death and damage through the tidal wave activity would hopefully be a thing of the past.
Another worrying issue for the fishermen has been the construction of the Teshie landing beach site.
We have made these concerns known to the contractor and the supervising authority, so they are fully aware of our concerns. However, the engineers also have a different opinion. You understand? So here's a situation where some of us, through experience and practical knowledge of how the sea operates, are recommending a certain course of action, and yet the experts are recommending a different course of action. Whichever is the right one, only time will tell. But for now, we've made all these concerns known to the contractors, the engineers, and all of that, and they are very, very confident that what they've done so far will solve the problem, and that indeed it is the lack of depth of the Sango Lagoon that compels everybody to be here, and that is what is doing that. If this channel is made wider and deeper through desilting, then that problem will not happen. So we are doing that. We are widening and deepening the lagoon soon, and hopefully it should solve the problem. Whether it will really solve it or not, only time will tell. But the engineers and the experts are very confident that the design and structure of the breakwater that has been done is ideal and it's enough to solve our problem.
Le uno jina agba ko be ko ba je wo e ko na amile be no ba le sinu le le butu na gebe na bon fe mo gbe me fe think say egbo.
I've heard that some people have died, not up to 11 though, but I've heard some people have died. In fact, to my knowledge, those who have died are 2. But if 11 have died, then I'm not aware. I'm aware of the death of 2 people. But even the death of 2 people is too many. Nobody ought to die as a result of this. So even 2 or 1 is still a big thing. And we are taking it very, very, very seriously. As you can see, and we've done a lot of the work to ensure that by end of this year, hopefully, this thing will not be happening again. So rain water, surface water must necessarily end in the sea. Wherever we channel it, it must go into the sea. And the issues of debris and plastic waste and all that will still apply. There's nowhere else for surface water on earth to go. It must end up in the sea. So yes, they might want it to be channeled away from here in order that the rubbish will not come here. But that is the work of the assembly too. It is not automatic that rubbish must be in the river. It's not automatic. It is because we are not enforcing the rules we need to enforce. That is why we have that situation. We can also have a situation where we put in certain things that will enable us to sieve out the waste material so that clear water will come into the lagoon. There are many ways we can solve that problem. But the fact we will not accept as normal the practice and the fact of people dumping waste into 2 streams and therefore decide that we will channel the streams elsewhere. No. We are capable of stopping people from dumping waste into streams. Everywhere in the world, they were, at some time ago, they were like us now. And activities happened, people were put in charge who did the right things and stopped people from dumping waste into the water. That's why we see their streams to be clear and all of that. We can do the same here. This assembly is committed to ensuring that we stop the dumping of stuff into the lagoon. So on my part, we will not accept that necessarily people will dump water, garbage into the stream. It is illegal, it's unauthorized, and we will stop it.
One punch you ding down. Then they call me fisherman, fisherman, fisherman. Hold on, international fisherman, fisherman, fisherman. Then they call me fisherman, fisherman, fisherman. Hold on, international fisherman, fisherman, fisherman. Get them in, we no go fishing, we no go fishing, we no go fishing. Get them in, we no go fishing, we no go fishing, we no go fishing. Demonstration